meeting of the Community Redevelopment Agency for the 25th of August, 2025. We're missing
Mr. James.
Mr. James, Pastor
Yes.
James.
Fred's here, not here.
Do we,
I haven't seen him
do
yet.
we, are we anticipating he'd be present?
I did not hear from him, so we were anticipating.
Okay. We will forge ahead. Pastor, yeah, Reverend. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Chair Rich,
Yep, here.
Vice Chair Collins.
Here.
Board Member Clark.
Here.
Board Member Giobbi.
Here.
Board Member Reed.
Here.
Board Member Breckbill.
Here.
Board Member James.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Can I get a motion for approval of the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by the Vice Chair Collins and a second by Board Member Clark. Is there any public discussion on this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Are there any comments from the public? However few of you there are.
I have Jimmy Smith.
Oh,
Hey, good evening. My name is Jimmy Smith. I'm Christ Haven. Well, I'm so excited to be here today. I've been busy. I just want to say, y'all look so good looking up there. Really? Something happening. I don't know whether the Spirit of God is flowing through this place, but I can see the light shining on you all in good terms.
on your way, sir.
One thing I want to say that I come to this meeting today and I see nobody fussing and arguing. That was good.
Yeah.
You came late.
Oh. But I've been praying for the city commissioners and the whole city lately, traveling all across. Just praying that I want you to know that the whole country watches Stuart, Florida. I want you to know one of the smallest county city in the Treasure Coast. We are. And this place here is the most talked about across the country. I get phone calls all across America, all right? Mainly from Chicago and California about what goes on in the city of Stuart. One little big complaint that hurted me is that when we was wrestling with each other, when we on the panel trying to get our points across and expressing our feeling, a lot of people took it that we was just angry down here, fighting with each other. And I spent most of the time trying to explain. Oh, so I thought so, man. But okay. But what I wanted to say to you is this, and I know you got the job to do, and I know about the budget. I know that we are trying to come to understanding how we will make this work. I just want you to understand that across America right now, everybody's struggling. Families are struggling. Everybody's trying to figure out how to make ends meet. I know that our president want to make America great, trying to gain back wealth, whatever we're trying to do to make America #1 across the world. But I want you to understand that there's families out there. If we get to the point that where we has to get rid of some employees, see wherever way you can work things out before you do that. Because I look at that, crime is something serious. If a family or a person can't take care of their family, they're gonna do things. My dad said if they don't wanna work, they're gonna steal, kill, and destroy. If people will find a way to do anything to make ends meet. And you got people that got mental problem already. If they lose their job, that especially they're young and trying to make ends meet, and we're so glad that somebody want to work around here. Just see where you can come together, pray about it, pray together. You might not agree on all things, but we can agree that we have a heart and a love for God's people. And we are all God-faith believers. And it's not the time for us to bow down together on our knees. Some of you got a degree in theology. Some of you got a degree in psychology. But please have one in theology. That means get on your knees and pray. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Smith.
I have no further public comment, Mayor.
I believe Mr. Trotsky is approaching you.
Althea Wiley.
Good afternoon. I came
came in on the, I was headed back to Althea, Stuart, Florida. Headed back, but I, decided to stay for this meeting. And also, I really want to say, you really don't know how much you appreciate home until you go somewhere else. And I do want to let you all know, the city of Stuart, that I really appreciate how you have taken care of the city, how you taken care of the infrastructure of the city. We don't agree on a lot, and I always joke with Milton about, he doesn't do anything. He just stands. I just see him stands. But we take that for granted. Being up in the other state, and you don't see the beauty, that a lot of things are not taken care of, and you take that for granted. And I want to say I appreciate how you take care of this city. I really do. I know that change is coming. Change is coming. We understand that. And don't forget about the people. I like to say our community, because I see what's happening in other states. I see what's happening to the small communities, especially the African American community. And I take that to heart because it's happening here. It's happening here. And I know we have a responsibility to also be ready for what the change is coming. But don't take advantage of it. Don't take advantage of your position. Don't take advantage of the people who voted you in those seats. Don't forget about them, because the change is going to come, and it's going to be drastic, and the community may not be ready or know how to handle it. But you who have been raised here, you who have, not the plants that come, but the ones who know the city for a long time, you know the impact it's going to have on that community. Take it at heart as it was your own. As it was your own. Again, I appreciate the care that you have given this city. Continue to care for it, but care for everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Wiley.
I have no further public comment.
Okay, comments, we'll start with you. Board Member Reed. Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Board Member Clark.
I would say I don't have any, but I must say that I have a bunch of stuff to say why Pinal is on the bench.
She's next.
Yeah, I know, but I'll say it now so that if I have to run out and I never get to, anyhow. So, it's budget time, and there's so many things to worry about and to fret about. But in spite of all of this, during this year, we have one grant writer, administrator, whatever title you may want to give her, CEO, who has been working hard in the CRA area. And I think Althea brought up about looking at communities and see when you can see changes and see appearances in the community. We're going to be talking today about this construction project, but I know that we're looking forward to seeing changes in our community, because there's one person who decided that, not just one person, but it's her job to work on these things, and to, even though undergrounding had its popularity as well as its unpopularity, we're going to see changes, long-lasting changes in our community. And I must want to tell you that when times could be that Pinal could hide and hold her head down and say, I'm not going to listen to some other quote-unquote fight again, we're seeing some results, and I want to say that we appreciate you trying to help to guide us through this process, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Board Member Breckbill.
Thank you. I've only got a couple really quick comments. One, I want to put in a plug from a budget standpoint again for keeping that millage rate up, because, and giving a cut in services, because in the CRA, which we're talking about here, that makes a big difference. That's the amount of dollars are coming directly to us. And when we start reducing those, we reduce those dollars that are coming to us.
Yep.
They're going back to the county, really, is where they're going to ultimately end up. So I just want to put a plug in for that. And then the second thing that I want to say is that I fully support the city jumping on as part of lawsuits against to the state on the situation with the home rule. Yeah, and 180 and home rule. And I'm 100% for that. And I wanted to go on record on that because I won't be at the CRB meeting coming up because it's September 15th now, which is an important day in my life as a CPA. It's all when all my tax returns are due. So I can't make it. But I did want to say, though, that I also want to go on record saying that I'm not in favor of breaking the law. I'm in favor of adding to the, to that, our name to it and funding it and participating and fighting as hard as we can. But I'm not in favor of breaking the law up to that point. So as the projects come through, if I will want to know, from my perspective, what one of those projects would have been approved under the old as well as the new guidelines, so that I can go on record as not wanting to break the law. So that's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Is there an issue you need to change, or what's going on, Commissioner Reed?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on the record. I wanted to sit here because I have an allergy and I didn't want to have a reaction sitting down there.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Well, Euler and I happened to be eating peanuts, and I didn't realize he had. I put it away, and I was about to wash my
Is
hands.
it the peanuts or the orchid?
Peanuts, perfume, everything. I'll fix him.
You can sit next to me, Sean.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Mark. That's all. I don't want to end up in the hospital.
No, that's fine. Just
Commissioner Reed,
wondering.
use the microphone when you do.
All right, I'll reduce.
Vice
my
Chair.
P&P.
And I have done myself. So, Ms. Gandhi Satvis.
Okay, Pinal Gandhi Savda, CRA Director for the record. We have a presentation of projects that are under construction in the CRA, although we have a lot of other projects that we're working on, but we're just going to give you an update on those that are actually in construction. The first project is the Riverside Park Neighborhood Improvements Project, which is just north of the old bridge. This is where we're doing the new sidewalks, on-street parking, crosswalks, street lights, landscaping, and milling and resurfacing. The project budget is $2.5 million. This includes a construction, county administration fees because they are administering the grant for us that we received for this project. But ultimately, city is responsible for the decisions for design and the scope of the work. It also includes the CEI services where we work with CapTech to oversee the construction of the project and any post-design services, any changes to the design, which we work with Kimley Horn with. The contractor on this project is GRSC Inc. CEI service, like I said, they are overseeing the construction of the project, is Gary Jones from CapTech. We started this project back in August 2024. We are 91% completed. Some of the remaining items is we have to finish out the paver parking, sod, final grading, milling and resurfacing, crosswalks, and striping. We do expect to be substantially completed by middle of next month, September 2025. Any punch list, any items that are remaining will be completed between mid-September to mid-October, and we plan to close out this grant by November 2025. Did you have any specific questions about this project, or we can move on to the next one?
Where is this located exactly?
This is where the Talk House is, right just north of the old bridge.
North of the old bridge. Okay. All
The
right.
Deck Restaurant,
Okay.
that neighborhood.
Okay.
Did you have any questions on this project, or we can just
It's
go
right
to?
before you get there, right?
Right within that neighborhood, Talk
Yeah.
House, Deck Restaurant, it's all
Where
within
Nick
that neighborhood.
Schroth is, somewhere up in there. Yeah.
And, well, there's a psychiatrist's office. It's taken a while. I'm surprised how long it's taken.
We did have some unexpected delays because of the Hurricane Milton. We did have to,
Oh, okay.
shut down the construction. And then
Milton.
Is Pinal, is the developer that's got that property, are they contributing to this as well? Or is some of that money going to this?
No, this design was completed before they came, so this is not.
Okay.
This is actually, the developer had, Mike Mortel for the record, the original project was approved by the CRA, and we had all the on-street parking. And when the owner of the property came in, they had a right to do curb cuts in front of every single one of the parcels. So we convinced them not to do the curb cuts and to do the right-of-way in between and back enter the houses, and like there's a T at the top. So the developer did actually cooperate with the city, and then also had to pay to move some water lines in order to make the entrance to the alleyway, I'll call it, accessible, so that they didn't do the curb cuts, so that we could actually put these on-street parking spaces in. Otherwise, 50% of the on-street parking spaces would have been wiped out because of people's driveways. When you go down this street now, you're going to see there are virtually no driveways leading into any of the houses. All of the houses are entered by an alley in the back that's going to come through up kind of by Dixie. You'll come in by the side and then go down the alley, which will be a much cleaner aesthetic look. But the developer there did cooperate with us and modify his plan in order to make sure we could finish this project.
Good job.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner.
I just said, Panal, was this the one with the park, or was that another project? I think
There
I
is a
remember-
little pocket park at the end of Oleander Street, and that's a separate project. We are going to be doing some improvements to that park following the finish of this construction.
And then, Mike, as far as the developer agreeing and stuff, was that like through a resolution, or you just negotiated with them, I guess, and?
Well, his project was straight zoning. He didn't
Okay.
have he didn't have a PUD or development order. He just happened to
Kind enough.
own the lots. So he could build, he could have built them as single-family homes with driveways, and we convinced him to build them, instead of loading from the street, entering the houses from the alley in the back.
All right.
Okay, Pinell?
The next project is downtown undergrounding and Seminole Streetscape project. This is the where we're undergrounding the overhead utilities on Seminole Street, Osceola Street, Colorado Avenue, and St. Lucie Avenue, all within the historic downtown area, and streetscape improvements just on Seminole Street, which includes curbless street, pervious pavers, drainage improvements, on-street parking, loading areas, and street lights, benches, and landscaping. This is about $8.7 million project. We awarded this contract to Burkhart Construction. Kimley Horn is overseeing the construction of the project. We started this project in May 2025 after the peak season. We have regular meetings with the property owners and merchants every month, where we have the contractors there, and the merchants and business owners can ask any questions that they may have about the construction, get all the updates. We also identified and created temporary delivery zone areas on Flagler and Osceola Street while the construction is going on Seminole Street, because we had to close that. We have a project liaison dedicated just for this project, who provides regular and proactive updates to all the merchants and property owners of any construction activities during this project. The contractors are currently finishing up the directional drilling and installation of conduits on all the streets. So you'll see that that they're closing off certain areas, one section at a time. They have flagmen directing traffic during that time. We also started working on Seminole Street. That project is split into 3 segments. They recently started the demo and construction on the east side of Seminole Street. And then what's next is they're going to finish up the roadway base, construct sidewalk and curbs on Seminole, street lights, and irrigation. We anticipate to complete Seminole Streetscape by November 2025. The landscaping portion is going to be remaining until the following year, because we have to wait for FP&L to remove all the poles in order to put the landscaping, because there are some areas where we have conflicts. So that's something that's anticipated to be completed by November 2026.
Those are big poles.
Right.
Are they coming in on budget?
Yes, it's all part of the budget.
Okay.
So like I said, all conduit work will be completed by November 2025. After that, the streetscape should also be completed except the landscaping portion. And they're going to start energizing the undergrounding system and then switching the customers from overhead to undergrounding from November 2025 to November 2026. We expect to remove the poles and all the lines within that time frame, and then finish out all the punch lists, final restoration of the area by end of 2026.
Board Member Reed.
Yes, for Pinal, I know Mayor Rich asked about them coming under budget. This is where they cannot exceed it, and then at the end of it, it would be split,
Correct.
the savings between the city and the contractor.
Correct.
Is that where we just wait till the end, or you're seeing it as progress happens? Has anything come in under than what they bid it for specifically
There are
yet?
some areas where we are seeing cost savings. We do have CJ here from Burkhardt. He can probably answer where we're having some cost savings so far.
Thank you, CJ.
We're pretty early on in the construction process of it, so I don't know that you'd want to identify specific dollar amounts and the cost savings yet. I will say that we're doing very well on the budget, and I don't see any issue, or there won't be any issue with us exceeding it. But I think at this early on stage, I think it would be a little premature to identify specific locations where we're under budget.
Okay, thank you.
Just because we're not very far along into it yet.
Yeah,
so.
I will say, we haven't had any comments from the public where people have mentioned since construction has started where they're upset. I know in the beginning, some had mentioned it caused issues, but I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know about my fellow board members, but you guys seem to be doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay.
Next, I'm going to have Milton take over. He's going to give an update on the Memorial Park Amphitheater.
Milton Leggett, Public Works Director. Veterans Memorial Park Amphitheater. As it stands, the project is on schedule. We're project budget a little over $2.5 million. Contractor is Matee Construction Company. And the CEI and engineer of record is Cole Pepin and Turpinning. We are at 44% of construction. That's about 170 or 370 days. Project consists of building constructions, paver bricks installation, the drainage construction, the entryways and the pavers, and relocating some trees. We have tentative start date was March 25, and we completion of construction date mid-March 2026. Yeah, just some pictures of the project moving forward. Any questions?
All right.
It's a great project. It's all coming together.
Board Member Clark.
I just want to say the project construction date is June. The contract says June. The contractor feels confident, but I do not want to say March because March is not true. It's June. If we end in March, we can all jump up and down and be happy. But if we say March and it ends up being March 3rd, they'll say we were late. So the contract is, I believe, mid-June, and we are on schedule to come in underneath the contract.
Thank you.
Correct.
Commissioner Clark?
Yes, thanks. Unless I'm mistaken, but I'm only used to seeing bubbles of this a long, long time ago. I don't know if I'd actually seen, all this detail that, they're built into now. But I know that we've had and I'm sure that it's all been taken care of, but I just want to bring it up. We've had the whole drainage issue there at Memorial Park. And we know we have that whole large area in front of where the people have had the stage. I just wanted to see what it looks like and how high. You don't have any type of overall plan or elevation that shows the outline of what that thing is again? You don't have that with you today. I'll look. Do you have it, Pinal?
You mean with the sales and everything?
Yeah, because it's been
There
so
it is.
long
There you
since.
go.
Okay. What about from there to the front fence, to the back, to the road, to East Ocean? That's far. So in between that, there's actually dig up for change in drainage and so on. I just haven't seen that detail in the plan in a long time.
It's all underground drainage.
It's
We
okay.
are digging up any drainage. Everything was already done. There's a retention pond kind of underneath a big oak tree way over by the courthouse.
Yes.
But that center area right in front of the stage all the way to the road doesn't have.
stays the same.
There's no modification whatsoever in that
It'll just be
area.
a lawn.
It's just going to be, I mean, there's some paths around and there's some
it's not
trellis
graded,
stuff up
it's
by the
not-
road, but I will take some photographs tomorrow and send them to all the commissioners just so that you can see aerially what it looks like, but it's going to be completely dry and just like it has been in the past.
Mike, is
I
that-
just
is
wondered if
that
there was a
where-
little slope in the lawn, that's all. That's why I was wondering if there was any change.
There's actually two areas where they added land to, go back to that. Wait, go
Okay.
one back. No, that, okay, so this one, I don't have the pointer, but I can show you. Do you have the pointer? So these designs are old.
Yeah,
This is not what's
it's been a long time.
but they're using these just to give you an example, and this is not. There it goes. So this is not the stage. The stage is here in this location facing straight out. And then there's trellis here and trellis here and the entrance to the park right there. The drainage pond that I talked about, the dry retention area, is still here. And then there's a big oak tree right here, and there's some dry retention within that oak tree right there. And other than that, this oak tree is not there. It's like right here is the stage, and then there's trees along here, but there's an elevated berm here so that people can literally see above other people's heads when they're watching. Like if somebody's on the stage, you'd be ahead of it. And then there's a little bit of elevation right here as well, so the people standing right in front of the stage, you would be probably 2 feet or 3 feet above their head. If you want to go to the next slide. And obviously, well, go back one, I'm sorry, one more. There, that was the,
That's not
well,
helpful.
the one before that.
Well, that's elevation.
This one right, this right here, this is not how it turned out. As you know, this was the original plans for the park. The gazebo or the band shell, whatever it was called, everybody wanted to keep the band shell just the way it was. So the band shell has not changed. It's just the way it is, and it's still there now. So now if you go back to the next ones. Next one. This one.
Go ahead.
This
Board
is,
Member
now
Clark.
you can see, this is the stage. You can drive, these are the trellises I was talking
It's a
about.
drive board, I'm
You could
assuming.
drive a truck in
Okay.
on this. All of these pavers are supported, they're 10 feet wide. You could drive around here, and you can see the
was my
dash lines
question.
where that shows that it's a drainage, and then there's some dash lines under those oaks that show drainage. You could drive the truck around here, again, drainage.
Okay.
Drive around here, a little bit of drainage there, and then you can literally pull the truck up and load the stage here, pull it over and load the stage here, and then actually you can see the old pavers where it used to be, the path used to be, and you can see how much wider it is now. And then when I told you there was some elevation on this side of the park, you can see here there's and when I say elevation, this is Florida, folks. We are not talking about a mountain
10
here.
feet.
This is
Red rocks.
elevation.
Red rocks.
This is, 3 or 4 feet of elevation, so that if you're standing here, you would see over the heads of everybody else here. And then it connects into the other park, and here's the bathroom. And then again, these trellises have like benches underneath them, and then that's the main gate or entryway.
Yes, thanks. Because that was going to be my next question, was about the access having some definitive access to the back of the stage. So I'm glad that's there. I just have not looked, I probably should have looked at the plans before today's meeting, but it's been a little while since I actually saw them, so
Yeah, we can't change it now.
we're not going to change it. I just want to confirm that. Thank you.
Mr. Chorosky, what will be the approximate capacity of that venue?
Jim Korolski, Community Services Director. Depends on the kind of venue that we're going to be doing. Concert style,
Yeah.
anywhere between 1,000, 1,500 people with no seating. If you put seating within that area, obviously less. We've got some interest from the Lyric Theater. Obviously, they can only seat 500
Right.
in their facility, so they're looking at maybe doing some bigger shows there.
Would we consider shutting off East Ocean and in front of between Wells Fargo and Memorial Park?
I don't know if we'd have to do that per se,
Yeah.
just to have a show there. Maybe with the Arts Council having their Arts Fest, that would entail cutting off a road.
So 1,500 pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We've had some interest already, so that's good. The Treasure Coast Blues Festival indicated interest in wanting to come from Indian River County on down. Mark Breckbill Productions, LLC. Earth Tones had some interest. Duderman Productions indicated some interest.
Okay.
I think it's exciting that the Lyric Theater, we get passed by a lot of opportunities because they just don't have the seating capabilities. So there might be some opportunities for them to bring in some larger shows that are kind of coming through Florida. There's nowhere getting from Florida to another state, so there's routing dates all the way through.
Right. And the sound will just come from the stage? There won't be
Yes.
speakers?
Yes, just from the stage.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
No, I do want to say that for us, I think it is a huge opportunity for the Lyric and others and for cultural development, because at 500 seats, you can't bring in, you can't afford to bring in any kind of name entertainment. And at 1,000, like Sunrise has got up there in Fort Pierce, you really can't do that either. I mean, that's too small. But when you get up into that 1,500 range, we're in a prime position because you can do what they call one-offs. And so, like, those guys are going down to Hard Rock on a Friday night, and they can stop here on a Thursday, and you get a big discount. So it's puts us in a real good position from a cultural standpoint to build on all kinds of things, not just big fancy concerts, but jazz and all kinds of things. You can't afford a brass band because there's too many players. So we can never get Chicago, or whatever. But I just wanted to just mention that. I think it's cool.
Okay. Pinnell, next.
Those are all the updates I have. Like
That's
I said,
it?
These are just projects in construction. Just last meeting, the board approved a contract for Project Lift. We had a pre-construction meeting for that one, and they expect to move in their construction equipment and everything by beginning of September and start demolition mid-September. That's all the updates we have.
I was just at an event with Mr. Hughes, the architect, so he's very excited. Any other questions?
I have one more comment, if I could. It's been, I think, a year or so since I've been on this committee and been involved, and I just wanted to thank the commissioners for giving me the opportunity to participate. I really do appreciate that. I was an at-large appointment, so I appreciate that, and I hope I won't let you down going forward. So thanks.
Thank you.
Goodness, I was worried. It sounded like it was a farewell speech.
Not yet.
And before we close, I will check with my, I think he's at large also, his appointment to the CRB, Mr. James. I'll check with him.
Did you hear from him?
I did not hear from him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a driving thing.
Okay, see no other items for discussion, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.